And now let's have some fun here. We get the Draugr back. And all those cards become ours. And we get to run the Lantern. They take 3 damage. Things are not good. Okay, I am very, very excited to bring you this deck, Tergrid Mauls Historic. I played almost exclusively, certainly about 90% of the time I played Historic before Kaldheim dropped, and that changed everything. It really kind of brought Standard to life. But I've always had in the back of my mind, how is Tergrid going to integrate into Historic decks? And I have some of my very favorite themes here, but it is quite a different looking deck here. It's very unique. I've never seen anything like this going on. So let's run it through it really quick. I'm going to tell you about some of the themes we have going here. We have 4 Vampire of the Dire Moon and 4 Nighthawk Scavengers. Those are all vampires. And one upshot of that is we have 2 Arterial Flow. So when you play Arterial Flow, if there's a vampire on the battlefield, the opponent discards 2 cards and you gain 2 life, they lose 2 life if you control a vampire. So that's a nice little package of things right there. These things obviously dissuade the opponent from attacking, which is huge because it gives us the time to set up our mid game and late game. So we have in here also quite a bit of discard. So we have 4 Davriel, Shadow Mage. So this really, when I thought of Tergrid, when it first dropped, I was like, oh man, if I could only have Davriel in my decks. Now I do. This Historic deck. This thing is such a hoot. Okay, so we have the Davriel for discard. We have the Arterial Flow for discard. We also have a Skull Raid in here. And you can foretell this for 2, drop it for 2, or just drop it for 4. Opponents discard 2 cards, and if they had fewer than 2 cards in their hand, you get the difference in card draw for yourself. So again, we have the 4 Davriels, 2 Arterial Flow, and a Skull Raid. All right, so that's what we've got for discard. Now, how about Sacrifice, which benefits Tergrid? We have 3 Farika's Libation that you can force the opponent to sacrifice a creature or an enchantment. 3 Soul Shatter, it forces the opponent to sacrifice the creature or planeswalker that they control with the highest converted mana cost. 3 of those. Then we have 2 Undercity's Embrace. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. If you control a creature with a power of 4 or greater, you gain 4 life. Now let's take a quick look. We have 1 Eradicator Valkyrie, we have 1 Draugr Necromancer, and we have 4 Tergrid God of Fright. So there's your creatures that have power of 4 or greater. So we do have the capacity to have that going on too as a little bonus. Okay, so quick look here. Draugr of Necromancer, we have 1 of these in here. And so it's lovely to have this. You don't have to have a Tergrid on the board to take the opponent's stuff. If you kill things, anything that goes in the graveyard, creature-wise, while Draugr is on the board, by any means, you can then play those cards with ignoring the type of mana that you're using. So that's just an amazing thing. You'll see that happen in at least 1 of the games I'm showing you, probably 2. This is a powerful card. It's great. So then we have a Revenge of the Ravens, just to kind of slow down. If we get kind of overrun early a little bit, we can get this on the board. It can keep us in the game. Of course, Eradicator, we can sack one of our creatures like a Vampire, Dire Moon, and force the opponent to sack a creature. If you have Tergrid on the board, you have Draugr on the board, you know what happens next. We have a single copy of Ob Nixilis. This has a place in this deck because the opponent's likely to be low on cards. You can destroy a creature, and its controller draws 2 cards, which deals 1 damage for every card that the opponent draws, regardless of the destroy or not feature. So yeah, just another way to pummel them. Also, the Shadow Mage deals 2 damage if the opponent has 1 or fewer cards in their hand upon upkeep. All right, so then we have 1 Liliana the Dreadhorde. You know, we can throw tokens out there and then eventually get the opponent to sacrifice 2 creatures with a -4. So just outrageous stuff, okay? We have to sacrifice 2 as well, so we'll have to be careful with that. But yeah, and then eventually we can run the -9, the alt, and get the opponent to sacrifice a permanent every turn. You can only imagine if you have Tergrid on the board with that. Okay, and let's see, wrapping things up, we have, it's not the last thing we're going to talk about. I'm saving Torment for last, but we have 1 Ugin, the Ineffable. So you're able to destroy a permanent, not just a creature or planeswalker, any permanent you can destroy that's 1 or more colored. And for -3, additionally, you have the +1 where you can create a 2/2 colorless token, and you have 1 of your cards exiled underneath it. When that creature dies, then you get that card in your hand. So great, kind of like a quasi card draw mechanism. Now let's take one more look here. Torment of Hailfire. There's 2 of these in here. This is an amazing thing because we have Cabal Strongholds in here, which if you tap the Cabal and 3 mana, you get a black mana for every basic swamp you control. So we do have 19 basic swamps here. We have these snowlands because we have Blood on the Snow. We'll talk about that in a second. I'm sorry I'm getting long-winded here, but this is important stuff. Cabals just make they amplify your mana. And you want that for Torment of Hailfire because repeat the following process X times. So you're going to have a ton of mana flowing here by the time you're going to play this, most likely. And each opponent either loses 3 life, sacrifices a non-land permanent, or discards a card. Okay, does that ring fabulous for Tergrid? Yes, it does. It's an amazing thing. Okay, so that's just super powerful. Can you only imagine if you had a Tergrid on the board, you run that, and a Lantern on the board, which does exactly the same thing when it clicks. So yeah, I have had games. I don't know if I captured one in this series here, but I have played this and had both of those rocking. It is surreal. I mean, no chance for the opponent. So you don't even need a Tergrid on the board for this stuff to just work its magic. Yeah, and that's the thing. So then I'm just going to mention one more time, Blood on Snow, destroy all creatures, destroy all planeswalkers. Then you can return a creature or planeswalker with converted cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of snow mana spent. So again, that's why we have these 19 snow mana solely for Blood on Snow, a single copy in there. This deck is outrageously fun, okay? If you like mono black at all, you're going to have to build this historic deck. It's just too much. It's got all this crazy chaos. It kind of captures, embodies all of those themes within mono black, with the exception of straight up like murder, destroy target creature. And we don't really need that because we've got 8 of these spells right here that are destruction, and they are incredibly effective. So combined with the death touch from both the air and ground, it's amazing. So I hope you love this deck like I do. I hope you get the chance to build it. I'll just mention one more thing quickly. Tyrite Sanctum, you can make legendary things like creatures like Tergrid indestructible. All right, so that's just one little kick benefit. You got 1 copy in there, so you can make a Tergrid indestructible if it comes up. All right, I hope you enjoy this deck. Please consider subscribing. It gives me the energy that I need to be building all these decks continuously and getting creative. It really inspires me. Likes, suggestions, feedback. Thanks a ton for watching. Have a great one. Okay, this is a good keeper hand. The Cabal Stronghold, I'm happy to see that. With Torment of Hailfire down the road. Okay, a bit of a pain in the neck there. I guess we're going to get rid of a swamp. I hate to. If they do come in for more discard, I guess I'll get rid of Ugin. Got to get Ravens on the board next turn, though. Okay, not discard. That's good. All right, excellent. Okay, this is hurting a little bit, but Ravens will help. Okay, the Vampire Dire Moons are hurting us here, but... or shall I say, helping them lose less. That makes absolutely no sense to attack with the Typhoid Rat and the Burglar Rat. Okay. Put up the Scavenger. And we should be able to run Dreadhorde General next turn. Oh, that's too bad. We'll see if they're foolish enough to run the Typhoid, the two rats here. They don't this time. So our life total does not go down. Theirs does go up. Okay, that's interesting. All right, I think that... the ball goes up. Dire Moon comes up, and I think we're going to put up Davriel. And they seem to be kind of running out of tools here. We've got two big tools in our library, hoping to avoid discard. See what they give up. It'll be interesting. We've only seen the one kill spell. My guess is they have another kill spell on board, and they did have another murder on board. Okay, a single card in hand. Pacifism, okay. Okay, we've got Buku lands here. We're going to put up Ugin. Okay, excellent. There's Torment of Hailfire. We're in very good shape here for this. Okay, that is a bit of a problem. But we are going to wreck them here shortly. Yes, that flyer is scary, there's no doubt. There's one of our own. I think we're gonna... we got 7 mana here. Definitely run this.
Secrets manifest before you.
That is Tergrid, my goodness. Yeah, we're gonna try to get Tergrid on the board. So we're gonna run the Scavenger. This will be interesting for them. Okay. Johnny's pride mate, yeah. Okay, very interesting. This is perfect, okay? Wow. All right. They're going to give up the bloodthirsty aerialist and the vampire of the dire moon. It will buff up a Johnny, but not a good call on their part. Tergrid on board. More land. Okay, so now we have 8. So, but regardless, we've just got to put up Tergrid. They're empty-handed, and the tide is turning here. This is going to be very hard for them to kill Ugin. And I'd love to get this land because we're going to go absolutely ballistic here with the Cabal and Torment. My guess is they don't attack. They're in deep, deep trouble here. Wow, why would they do such a thing? Okay, my turn. Oh my, we get land. Okay, let's see what we got here. This is going to go big, folks. 6 and 5 is 11. That should be 9. Oh boy. That's it, folks. They're just going to fold here. Okay, great looking hand here. We'll keep this. Okay, we've got protection for Davriel when he comes on next turn. We've got removal. So we're in pretty good shape here. World Tree is up, so that is a problem. So yeah, we're going to want to get as many cards out of their hand as quickly as possible. Okay, no problem there.
Let's tidy up in there.
No attacks. Nothing but red lands here. Interesting. Okay, oh, Chromatic Lantern. Okay, that's a problem. Okay. Yeah, we're going to put up the lantern right now. See if they give up this creature. They don't. We're going right after the cards. Okay, yeah, that's a problem. Good news is we can get rid of that. Big loss for them. Come after them. Okay. Cultivate. Yeah, okay. They're on a race to get the lands on the board here. Okay, yeah, no big thing there. I think we're just going to go after them a couple times here. Okay, they get rid of Chromatic Lantern. Okay, we'll throw up Nighthawk Scavenger. Huge coup getting rid of that. And that's the game. Okay, this is just an absolutely great hand here. We are able to get Dire Moon on. First turn, we go first. Dire Moon remains on the board. Arterial Flow comes in and does a lot of damage. Got the Nighthawk Scavengers, and we're just looking for land, Tergrid, and Torment of Hailfire. Beyond this stuff, probably get some removal along the way. Okay, there is another Cabal. Not exactly what we needed, but we'll take it. Okay, next turn, Arterial Flow. That'll hurt. Okay, yeah, they're setting up for the big life gain here. Johnny and whatnot. Okay, excellent land. Okay, this is going to sting. And they give it up right there. Okay, fabulous looking hand here. We have Hailfire, we have Cabal. We have enough to get things rolling here. Really a great setup. So we're hoping that Vampire Dire Moon stays on the board so we can run Arterial Flow. Okay, Soul Shatter, that's great. Now we just need more lands and we need Tergrid. Okay. Yeah, the opponent is piling lands on the board here. Next turn, Arterial Flow. Really want Vampire Dire Moon on the battlefield for that, and he is. Cabal, we are going to need more lands, but here we go. This is great. Ooh, that's going to sting a bit. Need lands, that's all, just lands. Okay, we're not getting lands. We'll settle for Nighthawk Scavenger, pretty sturdy. Got another one ready to go. Okay, they're loaded up with good enchantments here. Really good. Vanishing Light, okay. That hurts. Lands, please, folks. Lands. Get one. We'll bring up the Eradicator. Yeah, we gotta have lands. That's the thing. They're loading up on enchantments and the like. Pretty impressive. Okay, that's great news there. They're getting their life total is shriveling here. one more land. I think I'll run Hailfire next turn. Yikes, they're getting super low on lands. Do they have anything they can do about my creatures here? Still have 5 lands, 6 lands. Take that back. 7. Okay. They do not fly though. Still have a ton of mana here. Oh, Elspeth, what's he going to go for? Because this Planeswalker is killing him. Goes for... Yep. And I think... Oh no, destroy lands, okay. Unless they can get rid of this. Yeah, that is a big problem. They might save themselves here. Yeah, they're going to be able to come in and get rid of that. They don't attack. Good lord. That's the game, to the best of my knowledge here. Okay. Okay, interesting hand. We'll keep it. We go first. We have removal. Okay, I like what's going on here. We got mono black that we're facing. Okay, load it up. Worried about Skull Raid. It is not its Vengeful Reaper. That's fine. We can get rid of that right now. Yeah, we can bring on... okay, what we're going to do here is get the Lantern right on the board, so this is great. Okay, that's fine. They bring a plains on, okay. A Yara. Okay, great. Getting land still. We're actually going to put up the Valkyrie. Could be devotion here. Ouch, that hurt bad, okay? Very bad. Okay, yeah, let's... I think what we're going to actually do here, throw this up. We're going to come in and just come at them here. hold off till they have another creature on board. With blood on snow. Want to empty out their hand if we can, so that the Valkyrie has a chance of surviving. Okay, yet another Grasp of Darkness. You're okay. Alright, it's the first one, okay. Okay, we're hoping they bring another creature on. They do, excellent. Leaves them with a single card in hand. Okay, the future's bright here. Valkyrie on. I'm gonna whack them here. If it's a land, they'll ditch it. They don't ditch it, it's gotta have some value. Okay, down to a single card. What do we have? It is a Murderous Rider. No problem there. That's the game. Okay, this looks good. We'll keep. Okay, I like it. We're just hoping to pile up a ton of lands here. No Vanishing Light, that's tough. Okay. Okay, they're on their way, moving along. We are getting the lands, though. We're just one shy of being able to run Blood on Snow here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and remove the Orator. I hate to do it, but I just feel like we got to minimize the speed of the ramp of life here. Sure, they've got a creature they can play here. Okay, yeah, this is bad news. I'm going to shoot them up to 24 very quickly. Okay, we do get the Draugr, which is great. Saves us here. And we can start using the Lantern if we don't get enough land. Nothing, they got nothing. Okay, wow, we are in great shape. And we're going to put up the Lantern here because we're going to be running Blood on Snow, so we want Ob Nixilis, the Lantern. This is going to be tough right here. They should just lose 3 life is their best choice here. They do. We stay put. Okay, we're hoping against a Banishing Light here. Okay, Angelic Guardian. And now let's have some fun here. We get the Draugr back. And all those cards become ours. And we get to run the Lantern. They take 3 damage. Things are not good. I'm going to take that out and going to deal some damage. put up the speaker. Run the lantern, and this is classic right here. This is what this deck is capable of. You haven't even seen Tergrid yet. Going to come in with the Necromancer. Things are not good in White Land. They pick up, they get their land, we get, yeah, that's game, folks. Wow. That was going to go very bad very quickly.